How's it going, YouTube? Well, I have a plan today to re-stud 13B rotary. This is S4. So what I've done already is I went into the book and I found and numbered all of the bolts in order with a Sharpie. So basically what I am planning on doing is pulling each one of these out one at a time, and then using Turblown studs put these bad boys back in. So I'm looking forward to that. It looks like they are Torx on the top, or head Allen key on the top, or hex, and then you chase them. After you get those installed, you have these little nuts right here. Get that out for you guys. I've already had this out. See, I'm an amateur on YouTube here. Anyways, I used the book. You can kind of see there's 1, 2, 3, and basically following this way to go. They tell you to torque it to 29 foot-pounds. I talked to Elliot. He said get it to 30 and then do increments of 4 until you get to 40. These are the nuts that go on the end. I've already got it pre-set up. It's a 12mm 12 point. So 12mm 12 point right here. Boom. So that's that. But to remove them, you need a 17. So this is a Cobalt 17, since I'm a cheap bastard. That worked just as fine. So 12 point. I should technically have a 6 point when I'm taking torque off. Okay, so this guy right here, when you first break it, it feels kind of funky. I'm not gonna lie. My engine was rebuilt a little while ago, but these studs, they give you a weird click, and it felt like it broke, and it might have. I mean, nope, it didn't break. Oh, look at that stud coming out of here. It's pretty gross in there, not gonna lie. You turn it by hand once you get that guy out. Yeah, just turn the stud out. It's fine thread, just gotta go slow, super slow. Got a little bit of antifreeze going on in there. Been sitting a while. It's gonna probably smoke like a son of a bitch when I start it. Long thread. And you get this little guy to come out of there with it, and the stud. Okay, so you get once you get the Turblown studs, they're actually threaded. Get the new stud. Take that bad boy in there, slide it in. Get it started with your finger, and then it is a 5/32. And with the 5/32, you can just work this around until it's in there snug. Ken Elliott said that they need to be torqued down to 30. 30 at first, and then you're going to work them all the way up to 40. So this will kind of give you a rundown. You will need to put this bad boy back on. I wonder if that needs to go in there first. That'll go in over the top. Basically a little washer. You'll have to RTV this. So basically you're going to put RTV around this little piece right here. RTV that, and then slide that in there. For the meantime, I'm just going to get this in, and then I'm going to slide that over the top. Yeah, it's snug now, so I don't want to go over too tight. I'm going to leave it right there. And then waiting for my guys at Advanced Auto Parts. They're going to drop me off some RTV. It's cool when you get in a business account, they bring that stuff to you. Anyways, my buddy Chris over there, he's going to bring me some RTV. I'm going to clean this real quick around here. Since I have this in there, I don't have to worry about debris getting in there. I'm just going to quick clean this with some maybe some brake cleaner on a rag and just kind of clean that off. Once that's all cleaned up, slide that RTV on there and torque that down. So you bottom out the stud, and then you put the nut in, and you take that nut and you're going to torque those nuts to 28 foot-pounds first, and then you're going to do it in increments of 4 until you get to 40. So that's kind of cool. So we're going to redo all these studs. That's how it goes. Alright, so the camera died, but right now what I've been doing is RTV in each one of the gaskets on one side, and then I'll go back and RTV around this. So I only have 3 left. I have 14, 15, and 16 to do after I tighten this down, and then I'll go through and I will tighten each down in sequence. So kind of giving you guys a little brief minute, and then I'll go right back into time-lapse. Alright, last one, and then we torque them up to 34, and then go all through the cycle, and then all the way up to 38, and then finally at 40. So fun times. Anyways, that's the fun part of doing this. Almost caught, and then these just go down to hand tight. So I like to do it like that, wrist tight, and that's it. Add RTV, put down your last screw, or last nut. Add RTV around each one of this. Up under there. And when you screw this down in there and start torquing, all that stuff will make it flat. So that's that. Okay, so anyways, we took a looks like a 5/30 seconds. Tighten these down by hand. Do one by one. Pull them each out. Put a new one in. You see in the time lapse. Once you're all done with that, put RTV on each one of them as you go. As you can see, there's RTV everywhere. A little sloppy, but it's supposed to be holding coolant back all the way around. And then once you're all done with that, you torque them all to 28 as you do them. And when you're all done, then you do your sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can actually see it right here. Torque them to 28. Once you torque them to 28, you go back and torque them in increments of 4 until you get to 40. Factory says 29. Turblown Engineering studs, they are torqued to 40, but you do increments of 4. So thanks for watching. A short video on how to put studs into your live block without tearing apart your engine.